Okay, welcome to CDS Studios. I am making a sweater for a doll, and I'm planning on using the garter stitch for the first 6 rows. I have cast on 26 needles, and this is for a 18-inch double jointed doll. It's a little bit bigger than a Barbie doll, but not as big as the Great American Doll. All my latches are open. I have cast on 26 stitches using the closed edge method, and I'm getting ready to knit my first row. And as I said, I'm planning on doing the garter stitch. So knit a row, and I knit the first row slow to make sure everything's, sorry about that, make sure everything's caught. You do not want to see my elbow. And I missed one, so I will rehang that and work the stitch by hand. Now I need some weights on my end. What I have, if you've watched me before, these are just fishing weights that I have dipped in plastic and hung a paper clip to. They give me just enough weight. Now, I have my first row done. I'm removing the yarn from the carriage, pulling out my garter, my homemade garter bar. I'm using it as a pusher. So I'm pushing them all. I'm holding the work close against the bed and pushing the needle open till it just clears the latches, and that in effect opens all the latches up. And then I'm pushing all the needles back and just giving a quick push on the garter bar, and that effectively moves all my stitches to my garter bar. I open up, make sure all my needles are open, and then I carefully take the garter bar off. And then I flip my garter bar. I take my other and I hold it at a slight angle, and I have a 2-piece garter bar. I am going to transfer the stitches to the second garter bar by lining up the stitches with the pins and just pushing it across. Now I have a gray is not a real good color for you to see what I'm doing. Now I have a stitch here that doesn't want to go on to the best one to use is the latch to it, because then you can grab it and pull it over. I'm trying just to transfer the stitches onto the other garter bar. There is a one you can purchase which is really awesome, but it's, oh, I have almost dropped a stitch over there. Okay, so I take my garter bar off, and I've already flipped it, and then I hang it back on my work. Using the garter bar to hold the needles steady while I line them up. Take a double check, make sure all of them got hooked, and if they didn't, then I hook them. Okay. hold down on my work and flip my work. And that is one row. Use the garter bar to push the work back and set the garter bar aside. Bring my work to my right hand side. You'll always knit from the right to the left. Move carriage. Take work off, flip work. Knit a row. Remove the work from the carriage. Take the garter bar. Push the work onto the garter bar. Oh, have all the latches open. Push the work. Open all the latches. Flip my work. Now you're supposed to be able to just line it up, but I have yet to be able to do that. And I find it just a lot easier for myself to line it up. Usually I'm using a rag hem, it makes it easier. And just slide the work over onto the other bar. And if you do catch more than the stitch you want, you just fix it afterwards. It's not that big of a issue. I have one here I have to fix. I wanted to show you how I do that. It's right here. Just grab it, pull it off, and put the right stitch back on the pin. And take your garter bar, hold your needles out. Actually, it's probably easier to pull it back and then push them in. It gives it less wiggle room. Now I do have some open. I need to have the latches open. So what you might want to do, open them all up. And push them onto the, once they're all on, push the work onto the needles. Now if you wanted to make this a sweater for yourself, and you wanted to use the bars, you would need a bar that would have as many stitches as your back would be. For an average woman, that's about 112 stitches. Hopefully the needles will stay open. Flip the work. Transfer the work onto your second bar. receiving bar is generally on top. No, generally on the bottom. Now I've got a weird one here, so I'm gonna take that stitch off so that I can put it back on. It only grabbed a couple of the strands. Oops. A little too much. And just pop it out. Bring out the garter bar to hold the work. Push my work down. Line it up and bring it up so they're all on there. And transfer. Now this is also great for increasing. And I need to do 6 of these and I got 3. It is time consuming, but it's better than manipulating every single one. Now push your work back. Oops. Here it came out all the way. So now to fix garter bar, you gotta do it one way, take it out, come from the front, grab it. Fix it. Okay. Line up the garter bar. Push it through. Okay, I missed a stitch. Carefully grabbing the top of the stitch so I can put it properly onto the garter bar. And making sure all the others are on there. Flip it. Line up my pins.